Want to congratulate both of you on actually winning Race Across Europe.
Yep.
But I have a very big question, something I couldn't get when I was up there. Out of all the things you did when you were in Race Across Europe, what one did you find was the worst for accessibility?
Ooh. Out of all the places? Or just whatever we did?
All the activities as well.
Hayden, in terms of everything we did on the trip, what was like the most challenging, do you think, around accessibility? Oh, that is a really tough question. Because your favourite place was Amsterdam, wasn't it? For reasons I don't know if we can say or not.
Lots of reasons.
But for lots of reasons.
Amsterdam was really good, wasn't it?
Really good, Hayden. But do you remember when we were going along the curve? Like, it was like sideways, wasn't it, at times and stuff. So I think just that getting around and stuff was... Getting around, wasn't it? Was, you know, just getting from... I think what people forget sometimes is it's not just like the one activity, for example, but it's like the getting to and fro, and that can take a lot longer, can't it, at times? And people don't see that.
When you couldn't get the accessible taxi, what did you use instead? You just walked?
Oh,
you just literally rode?
In fact, that was definitely the hardest bit. I didn't even think about that.
Well, yeah, because Hayden's got wheels.
Yeah.
But you made him walk.
100%. We were walking for an hour. We were walking for like well over an hour, weren't we?
It
was like 11 o'clock at night. We'd been out for a couple of... Surprise, we'd been out for a couple of beers. We were ringing the taxis, weren't we, for like an hour as well before that. So in Verona, that was a challenge, wasn't it? We were tired. And then we had to cross like a little motorway section and just brave it and like just get across the road.
Was this because they didn't have the taxis with a wheelchair, or was it because they were all busy?
No, we got told there was only one wheelchair accessible taxi company, and then that company was just constantly busy. They kept saying to us on the phone, call back again, you've got to be patient. And we were like, we've been ringing for an hour, we've been patient.
They would have made you wait?
It just didn't happen, did it? And then obviously, I think, you know, we had to put our health and safety at risk ultimately by crossing we crossed a really busy, like I say, highway, motorway, and we, you know, in the middle of the night nearly, so it was pretty scary, that bit, wasn't it?
What about like facilities, bathrooms, toilets? When you were out and about, did you find some changing places toilets?
Did we find any changing places toilets, Hayden? I don't think we. No, we didn't, did we? No, but I would say, I mean, some of the people think accessible toilet sometimes means like a grab rail or a handrail or whatever, and that's it. Whereas we were finding that some of the toilets, because I think unlike everybody else, we had a shower chair with us the entire time, didn't we? And we brought that with us, and but getting that set up, sometimes we were lifting that over the top of the toilets, like it wasn't.
I carry a raised seat on the back of my chair, so I know exactly what you're doing each time.
That was a bit of a challenge at times, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Good question.
And his favourite bit we know was Amsterdam, but where would you go back to again? If money was no object and you could go anywhere in this chair, what would you want to try?
So a different place or a place we went to?
Different place.
Oh, a different place as well. Hayden, is there anywhere you'd want to go to? Anywhere you could go to in the world? It's a tough one, isn't it?
And you're going to use this chair.
And you're going to use this?
So where would you go?
You want to, yeah? Are you pitching Amsterdam again? I knew you. I'm trying to get it out of your mind. I'm trying to beam it out of your mind. Because to be honest, do you know what was amazing? I thought to hear Katherina talk about going on the beach for the first time in 20 years. Because the last time you and I was on a beach like that was about 10 years ago, and we were using a manual chair, and I was dragging you across the beach in Spain, and like on your back like that, wasn't it? And that was well hard, wasn't it? So I think for a chair like this to be able to get across sand and stuff, that's unreal, isn't it?
Did you go on any of the beaches?
We had no beaches.
Oh,
all of us,
were.
We were all sort of, we had no beach places.
So have you been at a beach since you've been back?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
Being in Wigan, it's not as a sunny destination as people think.
You have to go a bit further out.
We get to Wigan Pier, yeah. We're not on the beach. We're at Wigan Pier tomorrow. when we're doing a showing in Wigan, aren't we, tomorrow? And we're right opposite Wigan Pier tomorrow, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
So you could go down on the beach.
Technically, if Wigan had a beach, it has a pier but no beach.
Oh, no, that's sad.
No, to understand that you have to come to Wigan.
Yeah, exactly. So next year, when the summer holidays hit...
Yeah, we'll be doing Race Across Wigan instead.
Yeah, Race Across Wigan. I think it's a brilliant idea.
What do you think?
You could get so many people involved.
100%. Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah. Well, we've got a big team at home, haven't we? We run a disabled people's organisation called Happy Smiles Training. We deliver training led by disabled people to like employers and providers and schools.
I did wonder. I read up a bit about it.
That's what we do across the northwest, and we've got this big team in Wigan and across parts of the northwest and further afield now. But what I'm saying is, because of that, we're doing a big showing in Wigan, and they're going to love it, aren't they? And there's lots of people who'd want to take part now. Yeah, Amanda being one, obviously. Everyone's going to know Amanda's name tonight.
Hayden, do you really like Amanda?
No. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, guys, for talking to us.
No, it's awesome.
And I look forward to seeing your names on next year's.
Yeah, we'll see.
For you, what was your hardest bit?
The hardest bit was we were they didn't show it in the film, but we were put on a train in France, I believe it was, and they just put us in the normal bit, so it wasn't disabled access. I didn't have a disabled space, there were no disabled toilets, and we really had to push for them to move us to the disabled access part, because there was one, but they hadn't put me in it.
Why would they not think to put you in it with a chair?
Because I was travelling with non-disabled people, so they wanted us all to be together. So the solution to that was to put me in the non-disabled bit.
Where else did you find, because I asked the same question of Hayden and his partner, did you find that the bathrooms and facilities, that they were really good where you were?
Everywhere we went was good. Yeah. I had one issue in a hotel where I was having a shower and my shower chair broke underneath me. And I had one issue on a train where the sliding door didn't work properly, so it wouldn't open again to let me out, so I was stuck in the toilet.
Bloody hell.
But apart from that, it was actually incredibly good. I was really impressed.
I saw you had, at the beginning, obviously a hard time, and I get that. It would floor anybody, because your fits obviously take huge amounts of energy out of you.
Yeah.
How much did it make you more determined the next day to go out and do it again?
So much. I mean, I think I knew I had a limited amount of time, and it was actually hard for me to say I will try and limit myself a little bit, because I wanted to just keep pushing.
No, I could see it. I could see how much you really wanted to do everything you did.
Yeah. So I would have wanted to do 10 times more. But.
Well, since you've been back, what have you done in this chair that you would never have done before?
I went indoor skydiving.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I can take the chair in with me, obviously. But
yeah.
Before, I think I wouldn't even have thought about it, because I would have thought, I'm going to have a seizure, what's the point? Whereas now I'm like, oh, I'm going to have a seizure, so I'll let them know in advance, and then I'll just go ahead and do it.
What was it like?
It was amazing.
I've always wanted to do it where they're floating you and you're doing
It's brilliant because you've got the air pushing you up, so you don't need to control your body.
So you don't have to have the strength to hold yourself?
No, because the air will do that for you. Oh. So I was with, there was a group of us who went who were disabled, and one girl was paralysed from the waist down. I think someone else is paralysed from slightly higher up. So they can't control their legs, but the air will push that up. Really? So do it. Cool. You have no excuse.
Was it really expensive to go and do?
I actually had a charity that were offering it to us for free.
That's good. Andy, I'm just going to ask Kate and myself to move back, because you've got a lot of noise going on behind you.
Where would you like to go?
Just backwards a little bit.
I'll follow your lead.
Just enough to take us out of, because Hayden's getting, bless him, he's getting so excited. That's it, I think that should be fine. We're just a bit further out, so we're not getting, because if I was picking up the feed, that meant they would be picking up the feed as well. Yeah. when you said about all the different things you experienced with the fondue, had you ever had fondue here, or was it just because of where you were as well?
Well, the fondue one was a little bit of a joke because I lived in France for 12 years and I absolutely love cheese. And in my application, they asked what I was passionate about. So I said cheese and food, and we all know that cheese is not is so good it has to be mentioned twice.
I also read that you're a really avid book lover.
I do love reading. I absolutely love reading.
I've got to be honest, I know exactly what you mean. Mine are all on my phone.
Oh, I've got loads on my phone.
Yeah,
I've got,
everywhere I go, literally.
Yeah.
So if you had the choice now to be able to go anywhere in the world and do something you've never done before, where would you pick next?
Oh, I've never been to a rainforest. I'd love to go to a rainforest.
Do you think this will do it?
Well, I take it all around the fields in the countryside where I live, and it manages most of them.
Does it manage muddy ground?
It manages muddy ground. Where it struggles is if you get very high roots.
Oh.
I have managed to beach it once over a high root where it got
grounded.
stuck. But now I know better the height it can manage and the width it can manage.
Oh, trust me,
fine.
roots kill mine. Even with it being mid-wheel. I mean, they've only got to get stuck between the two lots of the suspension. I come to grind
I'm
it
genuinely
off.
amazed at how much this manages.
It does do an awful lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I test drove one,
Yeah.
and obviously had a lot of fun test driving it. But I found there were so many pros for it. There really were. But having one that I already knew I was happy with, I did choose to go ahead and get the chair there and then. However, I'm still waiting for Alex to come up with one that I will like, and he said he might do. So you never know. I'm watching
You never
his
know.
face.
And I think if I'd just test driven it, I wouldn't have bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. Did you do any reviews before? Did you look into it?
No. Pardon?
Did you look into the chair before you did
No.
the race?
I saw about the race and I was like, I want to do that.
So you didn't even know anything about
I didn't
the
know
chair?
anything about the chair or the company. I looked into it once I was applying, obviously, but no, yeah.
Now, I read that you've got children. What did the children think?
I was quite moved actually. My daughter applied to be a prefect at school recently, and she had to talk about someone who inspired her, and so she talked about me in the race, and that was just
Yeah, gets you
that was
right
special.
there. Yeah, very, very special. Oh, you see the things you're going to be able to do now that you couldn't do with that.
It's just
It's going to mean you can go to the parks without having to worry. You can do all the things. I mean, I don't know how old the children are. Are they very young or are they teenagers?
17 and 15.
Bit old for the parks. Yeah. Well, not the kind of parks you'd want to go with them to.
I don't know. I think they'd be up for it. Yeah.
Oh. Well, darling, thank you so much for doing the interview with us.
Thank you so much.
Well done for doing everything you guys did. Because literally, chance of a lifetime.
Everyone should do it.
I think so. I really do.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
And I hope you have fun and laughter forevermore in this chair.
Heather,
enjoy your journey.
She's going to be good.
She will be. As you've just tested it, and obviously you already had yours, because how long have you had yours?
Almost a year. I got it last February.
Yeah. So you're the youngest competitor they had going out there.
Yeah.
How old are you again?
I'm 16.
16. So you had your dad, long-suffering dad, because I can imagine what you two were like.
Yeah.
Behind doors, nobody saw what was going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, out of everything you did, what was the worst accessibility? I know the statues, because I saw that for myself on the video, but what else did you find?
The worst bit of accessibility we came across was we got on a train and there was a ramp to get on. We came to get off, no ramp, and the drop was like that big. So we had to try bump my chair off the train.
Did it?
It did get off eventually. Took some time.
Good God.
Yeah.
And did they have an answer for why they didn't have a
No,
ramp
there
to
was
get on?
there was no staff or anything on the stop that we got off at. It wasn't like, it was like one of the trains just in the city to like sort of like a metro, like something like
an
that.
intercity
Yeah,
one.
when we got off, there was not even we didn't see any staff or anything to ask why. So that was a bit irritating. But literally, other than that, everywhere else in Europe I found was like so much more accessible than in this country.
Did you find this?
Oh, so then in Prague on the first day, we wanted to go on like a river cruise and we asked some people that were selling some tickets. I mean, it was like a bit of a dodgy, like little shed in the middle, like sheds under the bridge, and they were selling them, and they said, "Oh yeah, the wheelchair will get on, no bother." So it's like, "All right, champion."
Yeah.
And we got to the platform, and I drove onto the platform, and it just went like that in the water, and then it made the gap about that big to get onto the boat.
Oh, for God's sake!
And they were like, "No, we'll manage, and
how?
Yeah, no, that's what we were thinking. Then we just asked them, is there anywhere else that's more accessible? And they pointed us in the right direction. So they were there. They just didn't tell us in the first place.
They just didn't calculate the weight of the chair, did they? But the roads you found were easy.
Yeah.
And you didn't have too much trouble with cambers.
No, nothing like that. This chair just dealt with everything like it. So dealt with it also. Yeah.
Where did you first see your chair? Because obviously for the others, it was when they first came into the competition.
So someone that's with the company, not like he has one of the chairs and he does social media when he's like out and about with a chair called Chris Gordon. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I've heard of him.
He plays power chair football like me, so I know him through that. And I was like, I seen him at a football event and I was like, yeah, I want that chair. And then we kept seeing posts about it, and he was on the beach and stuff. I was like, yeah, and I live right next to the beach at my house.
Fantastic.
So I was like, yeah, I want to get that chair.
And have you been on the beach?
Multiple times.
Soft sand?
It manages more than previous chairs, like beach chairs have. Or any chair is going to struggle a bit through soft sand, no matter like what it's got features
so as long
wise.
as it's
but
sort of semi-compact, you can actually get away with that.
If you beach, there's one end where it never really dries out because the tide comes right up to the wall and goes back out. There's a long ramp comes down, so if you access that point, there's never any issues.
And if you,
sounds a bit trickier, but
we found out like going on forwards, it doesn't really work, but going on in reverse with the big wheels at the back, it like leaves a track for the front wheels, so it's really smooth.
It makes it easier.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, I've been beached more times than I can count by people telling me, yeah, Joe, the sand's solid. You've got no issues, till I find I'm slowly changing.
Yeah.
And I know I've got an issue. And there's nothing more embarrassing than being dragged out.
Just like stuck on the beach, in the sand.
Like a beached whale. It's not funny, is it? So where next? If you could go anywhere at all, where would you want to take this and try it to its 9th degree?
Anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world.
I would quite like to go to Iceland.
Really?
Although, so my friend from school, he's literally just been there. And he said he had a brilliant time, although he said it's not the most accessible place, but I would want to go there.
Well, I know that some skate rinks, some ice skate rinks, allow wheelchair users on.
Really?
So have you tried your local skate rink to see if they'll let you take your chair on?
We haven't.
No, because I know ours does in Guildford. The Spectrum definitely does it. And I mean, they've allowed people to come on with their wheelchairs.
Yeah, we have one like a minute away from our house in the car, so
can you
might have to give it a go.
Imagine the video doing this.
Yeah, I know.
I can see it coming. I'll be looking for it. Definitely be looking for it. Well, Ollie, thank you so much for talking to us. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you going to try and get there for the next one.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming your name will be on the list. He's hoping
I'll definitely do it again.
I think everybody should try and do it again. I think what you said is exactly what people need to hear.
Yeah.
The only disability is here. You let it get to you, but adapt and overcome every single time, and you can do whatever you like.
Definitely.
So thank you so much.
No problem.
My question to you, look at this, you've got one as well.
It's
it's
so nice. Look at this.
It's
we
amazing.
all get this.
I think that is so cool.
Anna designed it.
I think she did it really well. It's very tasteful. I've seen some BAFTAs look ugly. That looks really good.
Anna is great designing
she's
things.
lovely.
She designed the whole thing from Race Across Europe. Everything.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow. She's very good at this. And Anna was with me on the trip.
I saw.
Yeah.
I realised, recognised her in the
It was so
film.
funny. We had so much fun together. Yeah.
Out of all the things you did over there, what were the worst things for accessibility
The worst thing during the race,
during the race?
the worst thing was my journey home.
Really?
Yes.
What
When I was
happened?
alone. It was really, really bad. When I went from Berlin to London,
Yeah.
I was picked up from Chris
Right.
because they wanted to be sure that everything goes right with his chair
Yeah.
on the airport.
Yeah.
And during the whole race, everything went well. Every
Right.
train were on time.
Yeah.
We had a ramp, we had assistant, and everything worked really fine.
Okay.
But on my last day, I had to travel from Turin to Milano
right.
to get the plane and fly back to Berlin.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. At first, when I was in Turin at the train station, I went to the assistance point and they didn't have my reservation, but there was a reservation.
For goodness sake.
Then they found it, and after they found it, they told me that I have to wait for the assistant, and I waited and waited, and then I asked it again and told them, I think we have to leave now, but where's the assistant? Oh, we forgot you. I'm sorry. And then we had to hurry a lot. And no one in Italy speaks English.
No,
so it was
one of the others told me
yeah,
about
and
this.
so it was very complicated to explain them what I need to. Yeah, and then we get the train. I think just 2 minutes before it left.
This is crazy.
And when we were in Milano, they also forget me. There was no assistance to get me out of the train. And I was in the train, and Italian tourists came, and I told them that I need assistance. They couldn't speak English, but they understood the word assistance. So they get out of the train, and were looking for some from the assistance personnel, and then they get me out of the train, and I wanted to ask them where the exit is for me, because Milano has 3 different airports.
Right.
And you have to find the right exit inside the train station.
Otherwise you end up on the wrong airport.
Yes. And immediately after I was out of the train, the assistance was gone. And I had to find my way on my own. And then I was out of the train station, and I find the bus station where the buses went from the train station to the airport, but there was no wheelchair accessible bus available. And they told me
you had really bad luck.
there aren't wheelchair accessible buses.
So every single part of your
I should take a taxi. Then I went to the taxi station, and they told me, no, we haven't got any accessible taxis. Then I phoned Honor and told her that I don't know how to get from the station to. Yeah. And then she asked Alex. Alex did this trip in the morning, I think 2 hours before me. And then I had to find the tram station, but I couldn't find it, and nobody knows where the tram station is. So I asked the police. They know where it is, and they guided me to the tram station. And then it was the oldest tram I've ever been in. I get into the tram, and it was the worst. It was the worst drive with a tram I've ever had, because there were a lot of drunken people and people who were stoned.
Oh my God.
And just before I was at the station where I had to change to the tube, some of the drunken people began to scream at me, and it was horrible. And I was so happy to get out of the tram.
You must have been beside yourself, because everything happened one after the other after the other.
But when
and
I was,
actually made it worse.
But when I went to the tube, it was much more easier then, and then everything goes right. Yeah,
it's crazy, absolutely crazy.
So this was really worst.
It was quite obviously.
Yeah.
When it came to like the accessible facilities, did you find any of the bathrooms weren't accessible to you? I've asked each of the contestants this because I was interested to see if it wasn't just their journey from A to B, but also when they needed to go to the bathroom, could they get in there?
You mean the bathrooms in the hotels?
No, wherever you were. If you needed to go to the toilet when you were out and about.
Yeah, some accessible toilets were a little bit too small.
Yeah.
This wheelchair is made for outside. You can drive with this inside, but sometimes it's not very easy.
No.
And
no.
if you're in, you can't turn around and close the door. And so close the door behind you.
No.
So I was glad that I had Orna and Julia with me, so that they could close the door behind me. And I asked them whether they could stay in front of the door because I couldn't.
No,
close
because
it.
of that's the trouble, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yes, because that's the one thing that I know with the rear-wheel drives. The turning circle isn't very small.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of other things on the outside that my chair certainly can't do.
Yeah.
So yes, if you could go anywhere, if you could choose to take this chair and push it to its limits, where would you take it next? You've been on the beach. I loved seeing you on the beach.
It was so nice. There are a lot of places I want to go. And with this chair, I really want to go again to the north of Norway because I love it to be in the nature. And there are a lot of steep hills, and with this chair it would be much more easier.
I don't think you'll have a problem. I
Yeah.
don't think you'll have a problem with any of the hills.
And I think this chair is able to drive through snow, so I want to go
I see.
to North Norway in winter.
Yes, see, Ollie wants to take his to
Yeah.
Iceland. And I said to him, did he realise there are some ice skate rinks that will
Yeah.
allow you to take your chair on the ice?
Yeah,
So you could test it and see just how easy
Yeah.
it would be
yeah,
on ice. So in Norway, if you wanted to do that, you could
Yeah.
already pre-test it in a skate
Yes.
rink. Can you imagine? Fun you'd have.
that's so nice. Iceland is nice too. I was
Yeah.
in more than 20 countries, and Iceland is one of my favorites too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So with this trip, did this embolden you to want to do more trips and more races with them again if they do it next year?
Could you say it again, please?
Sorry. Would you like to take part again next year if they asked you? If they asked the
Of
competitors?
course. Yes. We had a feedback formula, and we were asked whether we would judge the new application.
Application.
Thank you. To decide who could be part of the race, and I want to be again
I
part
don't
of the race.
blame you. I really don't.
Or I'm currently studying, and I asked them whether it is possible to make an internship at Freedom One Life. So maybe I could help to prepare the next race. And,
That would
and
be-
part of
That would
that
be
race.
amazing.
Yeah,
That
would
really would be amazing.
Really amazing. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, you guys could be a spokesperson, somebody
Yes.
who goes forward, an ambassador, because
Yes.
each one of you
Yeah.
has found the chair not only suitable for your needs, but also suitable for taking you from A to B and taking part in things.
Yeah.
You could easily tell people all about these.
Yeah.
So Katherina, thank you so much.
I'm here with Matt from Freedom One Life.
Come here to see the premiere of Race Across Europe. Matt told me some exciting news today. Obviously, we are here to see the premiere, which we'll see in a few minutes. But at the same time, they've joined forces with a finance company to help people be able to afford their Freedom One Life Series 5 in a much better and easy instalments. Matt, take it away.
Firstly, I just want to say thank you very much for Joe and Andy for coming along as well. Really appreciated the YouTube review, and it's great to see you again. But yeah, we are now working with a finance company called Hum, who do take PIP into account as part of your income. It does allow you to spread the cost for up to 60 months, which is just a better way of affording a Series 5.
Which makes it easier for everybody, and at the same time it's got a really competitive APR, and you'll find then you can afford the payment. Definitely worth looking at. They do an awful lot, 40 kilometres. They also go up curbs. They have their own built-in chargers, and I mean the versatility. The chair that I'm pointing at can actually do exactly the same as mine. Apart from one thing, unless Matt tells me otherwise, can the foot plate go up and down to the floor?
Not yet, but our technical director Scott is here, and it is something we are considering in the future. We're constantly working on
Yeah.
improvements to the Series 5. And if there's anything we can do to make Series 5 work for you, then we'll get the engineers on it.
It's the one thing Matt stressed when we did the video, when I test drove the Series 5 in the first place, was that if there was something I specifically needed customising, they would find a way. And that's, I think, part of their ethos and part of their charm. If it hasn't got it and you need it, they'll find a way. Definitely worth looking at. And now we're going to go off for a while because we're getting ready to watch the premiere.
Getting ready to watch the premiere, which we released on the 5th of December, so it may already be out, depending on when this goes live. But make sure to give it a watch and see our competitors race across Europe.
Fantastic.